Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. In this video we are reviewing round 19 of the 2024 AFL SuperCoach season. And basically the backward slide continues, unfortunately, for us, with a 22.52, which as you can see is another 50,000 odd rank for the round, and sees us slide another 1,600 in the overall down to 8,600. So if you have a look at the team, you know, other than Sheasel with a 138, no real standouts in defence, but solid contributions all around with 106 for Dacos, 113 for Clark, and then some 90s for Ryan, Martin, Houston. In the midfield, Bont was good with a 122, but our captaincy option again fell flat this week. Can't seem to pick a captain to save ourselves recently. Butters with an 89 this week, so you know, that's okay, we'll work it out. Dunkley with a 69 as well, so hasn't really worked out as the pod choice we'd hoped for, but you know, could be worse, I suppose. Merritt with 108 is like the pass mark. Strong with a 140 was probably the best captaincy option for us this week. Walsh with a 94 is a bit underwhelming also. Jack Steele with a 118, you know, that's good from Jack. And Horn Francis with a 78, so he is losing a value very quickly. Excuse me. Max Gawn didn't end up getting up for the game, so we did cop 24 from Kruger, but Tim English with a 139 was nice, so the yin and the yang there. And then Flanders with a 128, Caldwell with 100, and Moore with a 106 is all good. 96 from Jackson. Hoped for a little bit more given, you know, it wasn't against Gawn, and you know, no Petrarca in their midfield, that sort of thing. Heaney with the 72 as well was underwhelming, but I think it was just a tough game. I know even Lockie Neal didn't set the world on fire. Looking at the scores, I think Goulden might have just got to the ton. So it was a bit of a tight one by the look of it. And Zach Fisher did play, but you know, it was a bit underwhelming with 38. We probably would have preferred Richards 52 in there. So I might have to see if he's injured again or not. I am recording this on Monday. Might not get it out there until Wednesday, just with the other content we've got going at the moment. So we'll see about him. But again, Dowling's been good. Actually, if anything, we could have got Dowling in here for an 83. We might have to try and open that up somehow, I think. But before we worry about the team, we'll look at the matchups this week. And a narrow loss to Anzakazi with a 22.81. Excuse me. So just having a look. So yeah, Captain Neil. So actually outpointed with Butters on the captaincy front. But Tom Green with a 117, Jordan Ridley with a 182, Connor Rosie with a 113. So just looking, I might have had him matched up for tons too. But 129 from Zorko is nice. So I guess the last couple probably, yeah, Cherry and Kerno with 100. So yeah, definitely got me for tons, which ended up being the difference this week by the looks of it. But let's have a look at 23.94. 24's 47 for Jason's Raiders. 24.31. So it looks like Jason's Raiders is the top score this week. I don't remember featuring this team too much in the video. So well done, Jason, and your Raiders. So Jack Sinclair with a 140, Ryan Marshall 123. Tommy Stewart 121, so I guess a few of the you know, guns of the past are lifting at the back end of the season. Had Rosie, Captain Goulden, so a decent captaincy return helped. Zorko and Sarong, Flanders, Tommy Green, Bont. So pretty solid team actually, just having a look at that. Jason, well done. couple of 24-30s as well from a couple of the big hitters in the league. So Ward Law and Order with a 24-39, Captain Butters as well, so could have been more. But, Tom Green is good. Just looking at players that are different from my team. Very much similar there. So, hang on. Caldwell, Clark, Cherry and Kerno as well. So I guess a lot of people have those options to get points this week. Was nice. Excellent. And Jonah and You Bloody Donkey up into first in the league, if wasn't already. But Captain Bont, just keep it simple. Trelaw with 148. He's been really good last few weeks. Other than that, everyone we've already sort of discussed, so that's fine. So, actually, have a quick look at the league. I don't know if we're too far off the head-to-head finals. It's the last round 20. So I think this is the last week coming up as it works out. So head-to-head, let's have a look. So it looks like Jonah and Robert going for the top spot. Excuse me. Top two can lock in with a win this week. After that, we've got 4 teams on 52, so 13 and 5. So fair to say that Shane, Jim, Lee, and Matt are all locked into the finals. Skits Fits, I think, should be there based on for and against as well, pretty comfortably. So then there's a 3-way go, perhaps, or maybe Jason's Raiders can make a late push with a big win this week. So we'll have a closer look at the fixtures for myself, Steve, and Alan. And then after that, I think there is a sort of second round of 8. So for those other guys that are having a proper go, and maybe a couple of people falling off, but that's okay. So the matchups this week in head-to-head. So I'm playing Jim and Kick-Ass, which is not ideal. Black Hawk Dow's playing Anzacuzi, so might hope Gary gets another good win this week. Jason's Raiders against the top-ups, so I think Shane should be all right there. And Al's Eagles against Red 32 Bucks. So that, based on projections, Alan could be the winner there. Might be able to sneak into the 8. So I might have to have a closer look at Jim's team, see who I'm missing out on. So yeah, Lawson Humphries has been good, but just running the 5 midfielders, 5 defenders with Yo out. Don't know when he's back. Solid midfield with Clary at M8. Lockie Neal, he's probably the one I'm scared of there, but definitely some points of difference in the midfield. He's got Tristan Cherry in the ruck, so hopefully Gorn's back and that can be a point of difference. And then playing Ollie Dempsey in the forward. So it should be interesting. I think I just need all of my players on the park in the case of Gorn, but just need them all to fire. But in saying that, I don't want to take too much of a chance. So do potentially want to upgrade with, we've got 3 picks left. So I'm thinking Horn Francis at M8 is not good enough. So I want to get out of him, but I guess it all depends how much money we can make. Dowling, I really do want to hang on to, as a bit of cover in the mid forward line. And as well, he sort of turns into defensive cover if I flip, say, a Dawson back to cover for one of the defenders. So after that, the next most expensive is Joe Richards. Which I think is fine to trade him out. So what I'm thinking is I'll push Brown forward just so I can bring Dowling in. Well, I could even, bring Dowling forward. Doesn't really matter. And then we'll just go for a bottom dollar type option first. And it looks like the most popular one is this Sard, because he's out injured to start with, but also he has the defender DPP. So, that'll sort of allow me to bring Dacos or Martin into the midfield if need be for coverage. Again, it's just in case, having all the flexibility is super useful. But then in terms of our options, at 6.55, we can't quite afford Lockie Neal, which is unfortunate, but we can get whoever else we want. So we could get Cripps, LDU, Errol, Trelaw. So maybe if we go on average, might be a bit more representative of the value. So Trelaw is averaging 115 for the year. Seems pretty consistent as well, 111, 110. So might have had a couple of down weeks before this week. But is that a nice little pod percentage there of 3%? Cripps at 10% or 9%, I guess, to round down. Offers maybe a bit more point of difference. We do have Walsh already from Carlton. So maybe we do need to look a bit closer at these options. So Trelaw plays Sydney this week, which didn't work out well for the Lions midfielders. But then has Melbourne, Adelaide North, sort of in the head-to-head matchup finals. I think it's 4 weeks of finals, so it does go all the way to the last week. Okay, so let's go back, have a look at Cripps. Season stats, always forget to do that step. So matchups against Port, Collingwood, who haven't been fantastic. The Hawks have been quite good, but then West Coast and Saints, so don't hate that run for Cripps. Goulden. So I got the Dogs this week, and then Port, Collingwood, Essendon and Adelaide to finish. I think Essendon are doing quite well this year. And then LDU making a late run. So he's got Geelong this week, Richmond, West Coast, Bulldogs, Hawks. I guess none of those particularly stand out to me as crazy good options. After that, not too sure. Let's have a look. Who went well this week? Any other interesting options? Ed Richards offers that DPP. Jack Sinclair, obviously, we talked about. What's he been up to? Seems a bit weird carrying like a 7th defender type, but I mean, the numbers are pretty good. Brayshaw, been a fan of his in the past. Actually, I should have just done the average, the 3-round average for form, but some nice games there. Let's do it 3-round average. So Lockie Neal's the one that's out. But Connor Rosie is the form man. I guess just flipping Horn Francis to him is the way to look at that. Yep. So I guess the 168 helps a lot with that. And besides that, it's low hundreds. Cripps is the one in form. 130. So the last 4 weeks have been solid. I'll spend some more time thinking about it. This will be a pretty boring video if I just mull over all the options, but let's lock in Cripps for the time being. You know, he's basically going to sit as M8, even though he'll pop into M3 there. So, and I guess as well, if we're going to bring him in, we might as well go all in and VC him against the Port. After that, try and have a look late in the round. So Freo against West Coast. So maybe just get Sarong to back up. Something like that. Hopefully, like I said, Gorn's up to play. And I guess if he's not named, what we might try and do this week is move Jackson in and put Dowling into the team. Probably something I should have done last week, actually, knowing he was out, but just didn't think it through. But I guess that's the advantage of being back in Australia. Got a little bit more time to ponder these things. So we'll leave the video there. That's how the team's going to look for now. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the AFL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.